What is going on, world? Welcome back to another episode of the Ravi&Ray show. We appreciate you guys for joining us and watching our show. We're gonna have a good one for you guys tonight. Let's get it started with these questions.
Well, let's start it off with some Thursday night football, Ray. How are you feeling after that big Baltimore Ravens win?
Oh, dude, I feel great. I feel really good. It was the most craziest thing because in the first half, Lamar Jackson was like literally. I'm sorry if I'm going to butcher the stats, but I swear I thought he was like 17 for 30, and
That's insane.
we only scored 3 points, and in the second half he only threw the ball 8 times, 8 for 8, and for like 200 and something yards, and completely just dominated. And it just shows, man, that's not what we do. We're not a Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes type of team where they can just sit back and throw the ball all day and win games like that. We don't do that. We're a run first team, and the pretty much the pass and everything goes behind it. Greg Roman was playing his scheme was absolutely horrible in the first half, but then he changed it, and it's like, damn, bro, why can't you just do that every game, but just with our main guys?
Mm-hmm.
So it was a great win. It was an awesome team win on both offense and defense. It was awesome to see, and I can't wait for them. I'm very happy that we get a bye week, a mini little bye week,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of cool too because we versus Saints on Monday night, and then we get a bye week after that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we got a lot of players that need some help on getting recovered. So I'm just looking forward to it, man. I'm excited and proud for this football team.
Yeah, man. Just like you said, you guys have a Monday Night Football next week, and then you have a bye week. There's one game in the next 22 days of Ravens football. So Ravens going to have plenty of time to rest. It's going to be nice. Super happy for the Ravens. But Ray, you have your wife commenting, and she said, "Let's go Ravens" with a
Let's
purple heart.
go. Let's go. Are the dogs in the house? Oh. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Yeah, man, you have every reason to be happy after that week, man. Um, yeah, man, the Ravens look great, man. The Ravens look great. They look even better when they started to run that ball and really establish their dominance on who they truly are, which is a run first team. And you guys tired out the Bucks defense, wore them down throughout the game, and that's how the Ravens are going to win football games. And I know you've been calling out Greg Roman a lot. Does that give you a little bit more faith um, in Greg Roman, or how are you feeling about that?
You know, it's a high mixture. I'm truly 50-50 on it because I just don't understand, like, how come you couldn't do this play designing when like Mark Andrews and Bateman were in there?
Mm-hmm.
Like those outside passes that Lamar was throwing to Demarcus Robinson, how come that
Yeah.
couldn't have been Bateman? I'm just saying, like, it doesn't make any sense to me. But when they're in the game, it's like it's just they're not schematically scheming these things, and it's like, what's going on? And that scares me. So I actually, you know what, I'm to answer your question, yes, that does frighten me for sure, because when they were out, damn, it was like a different offense, and
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of sad. That's kind of unheard of when your basically your two top pass catchers. Usually the offense sucks, but our
Right.
offense was actually like even better without them, and that's really weird to say.
Especially when you have guys like Devin Duvernay, James Prochet, Demarcus Robinson, Isaiah Likely. Like,
Yeah.
especially when you have people like them running, and the Ravens look better with them than having Mark Andrews and Rashad Bateman and Gus Edwards went out late in the lineup. It's crazy. Like, and J.K.
Yeah,
Dobbins out. You
that's
guys
not
look really
normal.
good. Yeah, you guys look really good in the second half. Um, I'm hoping the Ravens can find some things out. And it's not about how you start, Ray. It's about how you finish because the Ravens did it again. They held on to a fourth quarter lead. And I know you're happy about that. But there's one man that couldn't get it done, Mr. Tom Brady. Him and Giselle's divorce is finalized as of today. Um, but I gotta ask you, Ray, is Tom Brady done? He's not connecting with his receivers. They just look horrible. He's getting slimmer and slimmer every time you see him. What's going on? Is he done? He's 45 years old, man.
I hate to say it, but the guy's done. He
Ooh.
he, he messed up big time, dude. I mean, Like, well, first and foremost, I don't mean to get into there. I don't want, obviously, it's kind of hard not to talk about their marriage, even
Mhm.
though we're talking about sports, because
Uh-huh.
it's pretty evident and pretty clear that he is definitely distracted. He's
Mhm.
100% distracted. Like, he lost his wife, literally. Like, that's hard, man. That's a really hard thing. I mean, now he's gonna have to figure out the custody for kids, like the split custody or whatever. I don't know how that's gonna work out in their marriage, but that's stressful, man. Like, that's
Mhm.
really hard. And he basically chose 53 men in that locker room over his wife, in a sense, when he could have just retired on top. Literally, he won 7 rings. He should have just when they won the Super Bowl, he should have just retired. Like, but I understand. I get it. He feels like he has a lot left in the tank, and it's like, why not just, hey, Rafina? I just saw the comment. Yes, ma'am. He is getting old,
Yeah.
100%. Um, and I don't know. It's mind-boggling because dude, he really just lost his wife. Like, that sucks, man. And but yeah, dude, and there's one other thing to go back to the sports side of it. Mike Evans and Tom Brady have been together for 3 years playing
Mhm.
football together. Maybe you can answer this question for me. I have no answer for it. I don't understand how they're not on the same page. I mean, damn, really? I mean, I saw the routes that he was running and they were like not clicking. Yes, he would throw him some really deep bombs and just give him a chance. And Mike Evans will most likely win that matchup. But it's like there was a route where he was supposed to come back and he just kept going straight. If he would have came back, he would have easily caught that against the Ravens. But he just kept going straight. And then Tom's like talking to him as they're going back, and that was on a third down. I don't understand that. How do you not have the chemistry after 3 years? I don't get it. And the offensive coordinator, the defensive coordinator, who now is the head coach, but the offensive coordinator, Brian Leftwich, I believe that's his name, he's still there. So there's continuity there. Why is this offense just horrible? I mean, damn, I don't understand it. It's weird. And the only thing that I can think of is no one's really holding each other accountable. I think when Bruce Arians was there, I don't know if you remember the play, or not really the play, where they were on the sidelines and Bruce Arians got in that guy's face and like grabbed him, and like,
Yeah.
I feel like they're missing that. Like, I
Mhm.
think Bruce Arians held that team accountable, and he basically said like, "Nah, you're not doing that." And I think they're giving, and like I said, I understand they're giving Tom time. I mean, damn, like, he's going through a lot too, but he chose to play. He chose to play, and there is no, I know he's getting special treatment, but he shouldn't, because of the fact that he chose to come back.
Yeah.
But what do you think, Rob? You think he's done?
Man, you made some amazing points, honestly. Um, is he done? I think that all depends on where his mindset is, to be honest with you, because he's still throwing that ball. He's not connecting, but he still has his arm talent. Of course, he's
Yeah.
declined a little bit. He's 45 years old. Of course, who's not going to decline? But he still has the arm talent. He still has the knowledge, but he doesn't have the timing down with any of his receivers. The Bucks have got to be one of the most injured teams in all of football right now.
Yeah.
Shaq Barrett went out last night with a torn Achilles. He's done for the year. Also, the Bucks are losing people left and right. Julio comes in one play, bangs his knee, and then goes back out. Like, they can't get these people in the lineup anymore, and it's just sad to see. Chris Godwin's been in and out. Mike Evans missed a game with suspension, and then Leonard Fournette, man, he's in his late 20s, but he's running like he's in his late 40s, man. He's running really
Yeah.
slow. But that rookie, you got to admit, Ray, that rookie Rashad White coming in, that change of pace, he looked really good, man. He's
He did
looking
look
really
good.
good. And here's the difference: it all goes down to coaching for me. Because if that was BA, if that was Bruce Arians, you saw how much he ran with Rojo. He ran with Rojo. He'd run with Leonard Fournette. I forgot who their third back was. Forgetting their name's name. He'll run with whoever's on whoever has the hot hand. And they're trying to feature Leonard Fournette so much and make him an every down horse, which he's not, man. He's not there anymore. He was when he
Was it
came out of
LaShawn
college.
McCoy? Sorry.
Huh?
Was it LaShawn McCoy?
He did play shady in those few years, but I was talking about last year. I can't
Oh,
remember who
last
it
year.
was. But yeah, man, I think it all goes down to coaching for me because their coaching has been pretty bad. I don't think the coaches even have these players ready anymore. And you're right, they missed that Bruce Arians spark because Bruce Arians, if Brady has a bad game, he'll sit in his media day and call Brady out. He doesn't give a shit who you are. He will call you out and he will make you step up. And that's what Brady does. He steps up when he's being challenged. I think their coach is just too passive where he doesn't, I don't want to say they don't respect him, but I think they respect Bruce Arians a lot more just because of how he was. And it just goes down to coaching for me. If this team's going to get it right, something needs to be done with the coaching. They need to step up. They need more Bruce Arians presence in there. Something needs to happen because Brady can still sling that ball. Their timing's off. Um, but they need a massive trade, right? They may need a
They do.
massive trade to get this thing back. Not a receiver. Maybe at running back. They need some offensive line help. They need some defense help. Tampa Bay, this team, it does not feel like that they're fit to win a Super Bowl right now. They lost a lot of pieces, and then they lose a lot of pieces to injury. But we'll see how it goes, right? Because the trade deadline is approaching real fast, man. November 1st. And I got to ask you, there's a lot of trade stuff going around. We've seen Robert Quinn get traded for a fourth rounder. We've seen a few other trades. We've seen Kadarius Toney get traded to the Chiefs for a third and sixth rounder. Is there any trades that interest you, or is there any trades that you think will happen? Like, how are you feeling with the trade deadline coming?
Yeah, you know what? There's a couple trades, and there's one trade in particular. I know it's not a really it's not a sexy trade because it's for an offensive lineman,
Uh-huh.
but there was sorry, let me I was looking on here on my notes, and his name is Isaiah Wynn,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that he's gonna be traded to the Packers. I think the
Oh,
Packers are in need of an offensive lineman, and I think Isaiah Wynn is a great football player, but he's actually having his worst season as a New England Patriot on the right side.
by far.
And by far. And I think that move to the right side just really affected him really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what was his natural position?
I
You
want to say we drafted him as a left guard, actually. Don't quote me on that, but I believe we
I think
drafted him
you're
as a left
right.
guard.
Yeah, and I think the transition to right tackle has not played well, and he's
Yeah.
actually not playing good football. And I think that you guys can get a good mid-round draft pick for him. And going back to the Bucks as well too, you said they need a massive trade. I have a massive trade I think that they should do.
Here we
They
go.
miss Gronk, right? They
Yeah.
definitely miss Gronk. How about trading a first rounder, maybe a mid-round pick for TJ Hawkinson from the
Yeah.
Lions?
Contract year. That's a
Contract
great
year.
trade.
Maybe a first round, maybe a second or third, or if it's going to be a first, it's going to be a first. But I think Brady can get his security blanket.
Mm-hmm.
I think TJ is a fantastic tight end, and I think that they can do. I think he could do all the things that Gronk could have done. I mean, maybe not in Gronk's prime, but I think he could have done everything. He could do everything that Gronk can do for sure, by
Yeah.
far. I mean, he's a fantastic player, and I think that's a trade I would be interested in seeing. Maybe I'm just a little biased, but I don't mind saying as far as the Ravens, I would like for them to trade for Jerry Judy. But
Yeah.
the thing is I'm not trading no first rounder. I'm not trading no second rounder for Jerry Judy. Maybe a couple mid round picks, and if they don't accept it, it's cool. But I know they're going to try to get high value for him. But the way he's playing, he's not really playing that good either.
Yeah.
So I see the flashes, but it's not there.
Yeah.
So I would say a couple mid rounders for sure. What do you think, Rob?
Mid rounders. It's going to be hard to get a receiver for mid rounders because I think if Kadarius Toney can go for a third and a sixth, I don't know. I think I would say Jerry Judy's going for at least a second and a late round, right?
That's possible. That's
Yeah.
possible for sure.
And you wouldn't like that trade?
It's yeah,
He's going need
man.
receivers. He's an automatically number one receiver. His route
I
running
know.
is insane.
He is a great route runner, man. He's fantastic, and it's just I think with right now because of the way Baltimore, hey, go Pats.
Go Pats!
um, yeah, man, just with the way that the Ravens, they definitely need somebody on the outside. I mean, Mark Andrews and Bateman. Bateman might have what's called a I believe it's called the lymphatic injury on his foot. I'm sorry if I butcher that as well, but that's actually could be a possible season-ending injury.
Mhm.
I've seen players have that injury. I hope he doesn't have that. Hopefully, it's just a ankle sprain or something, or maybe it's just something with his foot. I'm not too sure, and I don't know how long Mark Andrews is gonna be out too. So for them to get Jerry Judy, I take it for sure.
Yeah, I don't blame you. But there is one trade, Ray, that's been circulating today. We're recording on Friday night. It's been circulating. You ready for this?
I'm
And I,
ready.
and I asked you about this player offline, and you didn't hear about it. So I'm so excited to hear your reaction to this. There are rumors the Saints are shopping running back Alvin Kamara, star and
What?
Pro Bowl running back Alvin Kamara, and the team that's trying to go after him is I'm wearing their colors today, not on purpose. The Philadelphia Eagles, man. The Saints want their first round pick back. That's what they said. They want their first round pick back and some for Alvin Kamara. How do you feel?
Are you serious?
That's a legit trade. That's how the talk deep in talks right now.
So before I even answer this question, just a prediction. You're Philly. Okay, and you make an offer. What's your offer to the Saints? Is
I
it an
offer
automatic is it a first rounder?
CMC went for 2, 3, 4, and a future 5, right?
Yeah.
I would say I personally, Alvin Kamara is one of my favorite running backs in the league. But the non-biased side of me, I have to admit, CMC is much more healthier than Alvin Kamara. I would say that if the Saints get just a first rounder for him, I think that's fair. Or they might get maybe like a second, third, and maybe like a fifth rounder, a little bit less than CMC. And I think the Philadelphia Eagles should really think about it. I believe they still have 2 first round draft picks, their own and the Saints draft pick, who's projected as of right now at number 4 overall.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Man, I it's a tough thing for me to answer as far as what I think is what man, isn't Kamara going to get suspended next year?
They said they're gonna let the investigation play out. He might get a slap on the wrist and like maybe 3 games.
2, 3 games? Okay,
Yeah.
then yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely maybe a first rounder. Just that's it, just a solid first, or maybe just a high second.
But we're
Maybe
not
just
thinking about next year, Ray. We're thinking about this year where the
I
Philadelphia
know, I
Eagles are
know.
7-0, man.
Yeah, man, if they get Kamara, it's over. I mean, they got Robert Quinn, who's fantastic, and they
Yeah.
get Kamara. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
off the charts. That they have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. Lane Johnson is an absolute monster. He
Mhm.
deserves to be in the Pro Bowl. He deserves all the respect from his respective position. And
Tracy Kelce. Yeah.
yeah, man. I mean, that offensive line is one hell of a good offensive line, and to have him back there, he not only can he run the ball fantastically, he can catch the ball fantastically.
Right.
Him and Jalen
And
Hurts. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine.
so can you imagine those RPOs?
No, I can't.
I
I
don't
can't.
want
I
to
can't even.
imagine.
I can't even imagine that. And honestly, if if the Saints are listening, please don't make that trade. Please, for the love of God, don't make that trade, man. Because if they make that trade, the Eagles are going to be from an offensive standpoint. Damn. I mean, I don't know how you stop that offense.
Mhm.
I don't understand how you stop that offense. So please don't make that trade, Saints.
Yeah. Yeah, as a football fan, I would love to see it. As a Patriots lover, I don't want to see it because I know they're going to go very, 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 very deep in the playoffs and maybe even the Super Bowl. NFC is already the weakest conference, weakest side of the conference because AFC has way more stacked competition. But if the Philadelphia Eagles get Alvin Kamara away,
Yeah.
perfect season.
No, no way. There's no perfect season.
Not even with Alvin Kamara.
I don't see it. I don't see it. There's always going to be that one game, man. It
They're
just
almost halfway
happens in the
there.
NFL. It
They're almost
happens,
halfway there.
and I feel like it's going to be a divisional game. I feel
Yeah.
like the only other team I could think that could beat them is the Cowboys with
Mhm.
Dak back. I think Cowboys is one. I believe they play the Packers as well. And I know they're not playing good football. I get that, but you can't really count. It's like Tom Brady. You can't count out that bad man. So, um, yeah, man, that's crazy. I didn't even hear about that personally. That's wild.
I'm glad you didn't. So the Eagles, the next few games, they're playing Pittsburgh. They're gonna win that one,
Oh,
obviously.
they're gonna win that one.
They're playing Houston. They're gonna win that one. So we're looking at 9-0, Ray. Then the Commanders are coming to town. How do you feel? You think the Tyler Heineke Commanders can do it or no?
I don't think so. I think they can put up a good fight. I really believe they can put up a good fight. I'm not sure. It would be very interesting too to see Chase Young back. I don't know exactly when he's coming back,
Uh-huh.
but I don't know exactly when. Hopefully he comes back for that game, but I don't think they're going to pull it out though.
And then they are traveling to the Colts. This the Sam Ellinger Colts now.
Well, hey, you know what, man? The Colts might have a chance. They did beat the
What?
Chiefs. They did beat the
Yeah,
Chiefs.
true,
So
true,
that's what
true,
I'm
true.
saying. Anything can happen on any given Sunday. I mean, damn, like, but who do they have after that? After the Colts?
All right, Raymond. I want you to tell me. We're gonna go off script. I want you to tell me where the loss is gonna come. Do you think they're gonna
Okay.
lose to the Colts or no?
No,
Do you think they're gonna lose? The Packers are traveling to Philly on a Sunday night. You think the Packers? You think the Packers can pull it off or no?
I do. I believe so.
You think the Packers are the one that's gonna stop them? The 3 and 4 Packers are the ones that's gonna stop them.
I do. I
Interesting.
know it might sound wild. I really think so.
I
One of
don't.
those teams got to do it.
I don't believe in the Packers. So I don't think so. But this is the team that I think everybody counts out every single year, but they're somehow still in it. The following week, they are hosting the Tennessee Titans, who after going 0-2, they are 4-0 in their last 4 games.
That's a potential too,
Yeah,
for sure, 100%. And you know what? I forgot about the Giants.
and that's where I was going to because that's who
Yeah,
they're going to play next week, and that's who I think will take down the Philadelphia Eagles.
yeah.
December 11th at 10 a.m. over here on the West Coast. The New York Football Giants will hand the Philadelphia Eagles their first and only L this season, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah,
Only L.
I think that's when it's gonna happen, man.
Damn. Yeah, their schedule's easy, dude.
Yeah,
Their
and then
schedule is very easy.
Ray,
And
check this out. Then they have the Bears. They
yeah,
have the Cowboys, who's been struggling, but they're somehow playing. They have the Saints, who've been absolutely struggling, and then they're gonna host the Giants. They have a great schedule coming up, and they do have a chance, I would say, to go undefeated. I think they have a chance, but
they do have a chance.
like you said, there's something that always randomly happens, and this random team just ends up beating you. Last year, it was Josh Allen sacking Josh Allen. The Jacksonville Jaguars beating um, the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen from the defensive or the linebacker from the Jaguars sacking Josh Allen from quarterback from the Bills, and they end up beating him. I say the Giants are going to be the only team that takes them out, and it's only going to be one of the 2 games.
Would you say the Saints have a chance with Jameis back, Michael Thomas back, Chris Olave, and I know Michael Thomas has been injured. Who knows if that guy's even going to play another snap of football this year?
Yeah,
But Jarvis Landry's been out for a long time too.
yeah.
If they get those guys back, Jameis is back. You think they have a shot?
As long as they don't trade Kamara, but Jameis is healthy. I don't know if you know this, but they're sticking with Andy Dalton, even though Jameis is healthy.
that
I don't
I
understand
read that,
it.
I saw
Yeah.
that, and personally, I don't believe that he is healthy. I
Yeah.
don't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. And I went on fantasy right now, and I just saw what you just saw. And I don't know if you know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I don't know if it's just my internet connection, but he has literally every game. It's like zero. There's no because sometimes it projects like the
Yeah.
like, oh, this guy's gonna score this amount of points
Hmm.
per week. For Winston, it's all zeros. So I was looking, I was trying to see, did he go on IR? Like, is he done? Like, because I don't.
I think the Saints have announced that he's fully healthy, but he's being benched in favor of Andy Dalton.
Now that's wild. To me,
Mhm.
that's pretty crazy because, yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it right now on Yahoo Fantasy, and he has all zeros.
Red Rifle, man. Red Rifle's coming for that job.
Do you think Dalton's going to take his job? Because I don't think he should. I think
I don't.
Winston should play. Winston was playing with a broken back, basically.
I personally don't think what I saw out of Winston, the very few games that he played, and what I saw out of Andy Dalton, the few more games that he played, Winston is such a better quarterback. I don't understand why they're sticking with Andy Dalton. I think Winston has been connecting way better.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas is so in and out of the lineup. He's been so unreliable. But I think Jameis has the capability to. He's going to turn the ball over here and there. He's gone a lot better about it, but he's going to turn the ball over a little bit here and there. But I think he gives you the best opportunity to win every week.
I couldn't have said it better.
Yeah. But going into week 8, Ray, we all are wondering what game after the Ravens have already played Thursday night, what game are you looking forward to this week?
The Green Bay Packers and the Buffalo Bills. That is the
Ooh,
game I'm most interested in seeing.
Sunday night.
Yes. And man, dude, I think that game is going to be pretty solid because if they lose, it's kind of like the Ravens and Bucks. I remember you on our other podcast on 4th and 1. You were saying this is it. Like if they lose this game, they are really, really in trouble.
Uh-huh.
And I think the only way for the Packers to not be in trouble is if they win this football game and go basically 500
Yeah.
or be 4-4. So this game for them is absolutely huge. Do I think the Bills are going to win? Yeah, I do. I really do. But I think that the Packers, man, they got to do something. They got to do something.
Yeah. They definitely have to do something. The game I'm looking forward to, man, could be the bias side of me, but I'm looking forward to the Patriots and Jets a lot, man. The Jets are 5-2. Patriots have always played good against the Jets. We're 3-4. Got absolutely humiliated by the Bears last Monday night. Um, that's a game that the Patriots can make a statement on because the Jets are 5-2 right now, and I think they have the capability to make a statement. And I think that if the Patriots don't come out and win this game, I don't think they're making the playoffs because they're going to drop
Wow.
to 3-5. They're going to drop to 3-5. AFC is the hardest division, hardest conference this year. How you cannot be 3-5 and still trying to fight for the playoffs because we have a very hard schedule coming up. We have our schedule is a little bit easier, but then it's going to get a lot harder later. We're still going to play the Bills twice in a little bit, and yeah, man, the Patriots got to get it done. They have to get it done on the road against New York Jets, or the Patriots are dead this season. The other game that I'm looking forward to, um, is actually the Cardinals and the Vikings, man. I think that's going to be an absolute shootout. I'm going to have two screens on. I'm going to be watching the Patriots and Jets, and I'm going to be watching the Cardinals and Vikings. I think that's going to be a really fun game. A
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
fun fantasy points. We got Justin Jefferson. Then on the other side, you have D Hop returning, Kyler Murray. We got a lot of good fantasy players. I have D Hop that I've waited on all season, so I'm super excited
Yeah,
to see
same
that game.
here.
But yeah, so that's another game I'm looking forward to, man. Is there any other games that got your interest a little bit?
And it's kind of maybe I hopefully I'm not sounding biased or anything like that, but because I'm kind of doing primetime games and I'm kind of skipping ahead out of this week. But I'm really intrigued with that Monday Night Football game. Jamar Chase is out for 4 to 6 weeks, and I believe I'm calling it, man. I think the Browns are going to win that football game, and I'm calling the Browns to win. And the reason why is because, number one, I still don't trust that offensive line for Joe Burrow. You got Myles Garrett and Clowney coming off the edge. And then without Jamar Chase, I mean, I believe they have a really good, I think it's Denzel Ward.
The corner for the Browns, yeah.
For the Browns, he's extremely fantastic. I love his game. I think he's a good corner. So you put him against T. Higgins or the other wide receiver. Sorry, I'm butchering his name, Tyler Boyd, and you pretty much double team. You can leave him one-on-one with Tyler Boyd and basically double team T. Higgins and force Joe Burrow to find other weapons, because Jamar Chase is such a threat that you kind of have to play like a cover 2 kind of thing. You know what I mean? You can't really just have a single high safety. So I think that there's really not much of a fear for the Browns. The only question is, can the Browns establish that running game and get that passing game going? It's really mostly the passing game. The running game, I believe they can get going, but it's the passing game I'm a little worried about.
So the only problem I have with your statement is that Denzel Ward is still questionable with a concussion. He hasn't practiced all week. Greedy Williams hasn't practiced all week with an illness. And their second corner, who's ahead of Greedy behind Denzel Ward, Greg Newsom the second, he's been limited all week. So,
damn.
Yeah, that's the problem, man. Because if Denzel Ward doesn't step on that field, I think that we're gonna see the Bengals do what they did last week, which is just sling that ball deep and just destroy them. If Denzel Ward needs to play this game, if the Browns have a chance, this is a rival game. Anything could happen, and I totally agree with you, man. This one's gonna be definitely a fun game to watch.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man, but that's, I think, all we have for you guys today. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please leave a comment, because we try to get back to, we definitely get back to every comment that you leave. We're going to look at every single comment. We don't ignore them. Go check us out on TikTok, the Ravi&Ray Show. Yeah, but I appreciate all you guys. Ray, any final words?
Nothing but love, man. Nothing but love for everybody who's supporting our pod, man. Thank you guys so much, and we look forward to doing another episode, man. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Well, we'll be back Sunday night. Until then, peace.
Peace.